Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball, featuring the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets.
Myers with the pitch, swung on and missed. Jason Myers gets the last out, and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the state champions of American Legion Baseball in West Virginia.
Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team. Good afternoon and welcome back to Musselman High School for today's site for American Legion Baseball action. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. As we get set for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. The Hornets got the win 5-4 in the first game, ending a 3-game losing streak for Berkeley Post 14, Colin, and it was a good win. We saw some good stuff from Grant Henderson early in the game on the mound, had a no-hitter through the first 3 1/3 innings, and then offense picked them up a little bit, and then Vienna battled their way back, setting up what should be a good game number 2 as well between these two.
Yeah, if it's anything like Game 1, it should be a fun, close game. We'll see how things go. Got a few new faces on the Berkeley Post 14 side that we'll see, well, at least one, and Jordan Camby, who was slated originally to start Game 1, but got scratched from that start. He is here for Game 2 and will be starting out in center field for the Hornets, so we'll see how things go, if they're able to pick up another win and get the doubleheader sweep, or if Vienna Post 180 is able to split today's doubleheader or not.
Yeah, we'll give you those starting lineups here in just one moment as Berkeley Post 14 getting ready to take on Vienna Post 180. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Trish Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trish Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at trishfloorsanding.com. Leading off for Berkeley Post 14 and playing center field, number 7, Jordan Camby, batting second. The right fielder, number 9, Cam Moore. Batting third, the second baseman, Carson Buber. Batting fourth, number 4, the left fielder, Landon Sifford. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 2, J.J. Pavanelli. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 11, Braden Oviedo. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Braden Edwards. Batting eighth, the catcher, Michael Poltar. And batting ninth, the first baseman, number 1, Jet Gross. Doing the pitching for Berkeley Post 14 will be Jacob Blasi. And then for Vienna Post 180, leading off and playing shortstop, number 8, Henry Navarro. Batting second, Bo Sodders, the left fielder. Batting third, Carter Tuft, the right fielder. Batting fourth, Eli Navarro, the second baseman. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Chris Downs. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Jacob Bradshaw. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Billy Dingle. Batting eighth, the catcher, Drew Hall. Batting ninth, the first baseman, James Robinson. And rounding out the lineup on the mound will be Jackson Bordeo, the pitcher. So, our First inning just about ready to get started, Colin. And should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look up some stuff about our pitcher in Jacob Blosser for Berkeley Post 14. So, looks like he's a Martinsburg class of 2025 left-handed pitcher / first baseman. He is a Valley Baseball Scout 18U player as well. So, now playing for Post 14. We'll see how he does.
Yeah, it is Blosser. I'm now seeing that as an R. On my
I know it's tough with the
scorecard
handwriting.
is possibly an E, but yeah, Blosser on the mound. Haven't seen him pitch this season for Berkeley Post 14, and as far as I know, this is his first appearance.
Yeah, I don't see any stats for him on the Game Changer, so
should be interesting. Left-hander, so we'll definitely give you a little bit different, view than what the guys they went with. And of course, Rubenthal pitched, but still lefty as a starter, a little bit different for Post 14 compared to Game 1. Top of the first inning, just about ready to get started, is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880.
Okay. Well, we got manager of Berkeley Post 14, Trip Tobin, up here giving us some information about the pitcher in Blosser. He just moved to the area. He attended Broadway this past year. So, here we go. First pitch to strike.
First pitch to call and strike. I was going to say, if Martinsburg had another pitcher that we didn't know about, that didn't get varsity time last year compared to Grant Henderson, and it was good enough to play Legion ball for the Hornets.
Coach Byler confirming what Tripp just told me as well. So
yeah, I would have
we
been
got at least one guy tuned in.
I would have been pretty impressed for them to have that much depth. Because of course we didn't see Grant Henderson much on the mound for the varsity team this year, but we knew what he had at the JV level. So for Blosser to just kind of go under the radar, I'd be pretty surprised, but that makes a lot more sense. So the lefty delivers this next pitch. Low for a ball.
So he'll be a senior this spring. Yeah, 6', 180 lefty. So
next pitch, lined back up the middle for a base hit. This is a roll to the center fielder, Camby, who will fire it back in quickly. Well, it's a good opportunity for Blosser to get comfortable with his new teammates. Some of them will be on this team.
yeah, I'm not sure where Broadway High School is in Virginia. I wonder if maybe he played against any of these guys out of Vienna Post 180 or not during his high school season. Have to look to see where that is.
This one hit hard over toward left field and caught on the run by Landon Sifford for the first out.
So, Broadway High School and, of course, Broadway, Virginia, go figure. Trying to see what that's around, just past Front Royal near Harrisonburg. So,
and the pitch here is a call and strike of the knees, 0-1 count on Tuft. So Navarro gets the single. Saunders flies out to left field. And Tough finds himself behind 0-1. Here's a throw down to first from the catcher, Poltar, and it's not in time. But a pretty good throw. Gross applying the tag down there at first base.
Yeah, Tuft had a solid performance offensively in the last game that we saw.
Next pitch from Blossers, hit hard towards center field. Canby charged in initially and then reread it and comes up firing to third to hold the runners at first and second, but it's a well-hit single for Tuft. Now bring Navario to the plate.
So, second hit of the day for Tuft. He had that one hit, which I believe was one of the triples for Vienna Post 180. 2 RBI triple. Or 1 RBI triple and then had another RBI in a different at-bat.
This one gets away from the catcher Poltar, and both runners are advancing into scoring position now, second and third.
And as we were told, with Blosser out on the mound, just moved into the area, officially settled in yesterday, so not sure how much time he's had to work with these catchers for post 14.
Next pitch just misses outside. So runners on second and third for Vienna Post 180 here, top half of the first in game 2 of this doubleheader. Hornets winning game 1. And the pitch here from Blosser is low for a ball.
Blosser
stumbles a little bit off
the
mound.
Went with his plant foot on the release and rolled his ankle coming off that mound. Hopefully nothing too bad there in this first start. You'd hate to see that, obviously, in any instance, but
yeah, he appears to be okay. And the next one from Blosser. Runs inside. I think it hit the batter. Runner comes home and will score. So Vienna takes the lead.
I guess it didn't hit the batter. Wouldn't that make it a dead ball,
That's
right?
what I was thinking.
Yeah, here comes manager
But
Trip Tobin.
I thought that
same
he was
thing.
saying that it hit him.
So if it hit him and make it a dead ball, the runner would not have been able to advance in that case.
I thought it hit him.
If
That's
it's a
how it
ball
looked to
for
me, at
pass
least.
ball, the runner obviously can advance. So, but we never got, I guess, a signal about it being a hit by pitch, and now
Maybe
it
he must
actually
have
doesn't look like Trip Tobin is going to argue that. He's going to talk with his pitcher Blosser out on the mound about an issue with the pitcher's mound.
Okay. So that's on me then.
I mean, it did look like to me as well.
Right, I was gonna.
that it hit him, but I guess maybe somehow went in between the legs. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how did he advance? But I thought maybe I was just crazy and you could advance on a hit by pitch.
No,
I
that
was
would
like,
make it
that
a
would
dead
not
ball.
be
Yeah.
accurate. But anyway, walk there. That makes a little bit more sense. So we had the runner coming home, and now there's runners on the corners. It's 1-0 here, Vienna. Fix the mound a little bit, and hopefully everything's good with Blosser. As this one runs inside again, Poltar blocks and comes up and finds the ball. And the other thing is, not only has Blosser not worked with these catchers too often, if at all, up until this point, Poltar probably hasn't, or of course the catchers haven't worked with him. So both guys got to adjust kind of on the fly as this one misses inside for a ball.
Get a timeout called now. Poltar just trying to let Blosser settle down out there. So he's struggled so far in this start. A lot of nerves, maybe, trying to adjust in with this team.
Yeah, new team, new environment. As runner takes off for second.
Yeah, and he had a good jump as well, but it was a piece by Chris Downs up the bat that he fouled off. So the runner has to go back to first. Not sure if it was supposed to be a hit-and-run situation or not, or if Downs just liked the pitch and wanted to try to make a ball in play.
Throw over, keep the runner close from the lefty. So runners on the corners, one gone. It's a 2-1 count on Downs. And the next pitch is fouled away, bring the count to 2-2. The defense behind Blosser is Poltar behind the plate, Oviedo down there at third, Pavanelli at shortstop, Buber second, Jet Gross at first, and then Sifford, Canby, Moore from left to right in the outfield. Braden Edwards doing the designated hitting for Blosser on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, 2 on. And the runner takes off again. This one popped up towards center field. Canby coming in will make the catch. The runner will tag from third. The big arm of Canby throw home. The tag from Poltar not in time as he's ruled safe.
Yeah, Poltar not in agreement with that call. Can't really tell from our angle because of the dust that kicked up from the slide. Kind of blocked our vision, but
it was a perfect throw, It looked like, from Jordan Canby in center field. But maybe the timing was just slightly off, as I thought initially he got him. But they rule him safe. Runner comes home to score, and it's now a 2-0 lead on the sac fly. This one hit hard towards second. Buber bobbles it, throws the second in time for the final out. So Vienna gets 2. It's 2-0 at the end of the top half of the first inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning on the other side of this break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces Walk-In Wednesdays. The Human Resources Department at the WVU Medicine Corporate Center in Martinsburg will host Walk-In Wednesdays every Wednesday in July. A WVU recruiter will be on site 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to answer questions about positions available and assist those who submit applications via Workday. The WVU Medicine Corporate Center is located at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Stop by to learn why employees who work here thrive here.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Back here at Musselman High School for American Legion Baseball as Vienna post 180 grabs 2 in the top half of the first inning. We're headed to the bottom of the first between the two teams. Berkeley post 14 coming to the plate. Bottom of the first is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com. Jordan Canby will lead things off for Berkeley post 14. And Vienna's going to counter with another lefty out there on the mound in Jackson Bordeaux.
Yeah, Jackson Bordeaux was originally the left fielder in game 1 of the double header. He got taken out and then came in to pinch hit again in the 7th inning. Makes sense, giving him only part of that game 1 game out in left to give him some time, I guess, to relax since he's starting here in this game.
Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike 1 on Canby. Next one to Jordan Canby is low for a ball.
You know what we forgot to do in between games, Nick?
What?
Forgot to ask Vienna Post 180 if they actually have a band formed from all the musicians on the team.
That's on you. That was your assignment.
Thought it was yours. I apologize for the miscommunication.
It happens. But yeah, it's your idea, so your assignment.
You were the... It was your... What?
It is my idea to form a band. It is your idea to ask.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
I'll manage the band if it's successful.
Another foul ball by Canby.
One ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch to Jordan Canby. Fouled away again.
Yeah, chased that one low, but was able just to get a piece of it. It was close. If he didn't, he probably would have first base because that ball went straight to the backstop.
This one popped up towards center field, left center, and on the run is the left fielder Slaughters to make the catch.
Canby just put too much underneath that one. Solid contact, though. Good to see for his first at-bat of the day since he didn't get to play in Game 1.
I'll bring Cam Moore to the plate. Moore in right field. Lefty versus lefty matchup. And the pitch. Hit on the ground towards second. Navarro bobbles it, and the speedy Cam Moore is going to be safe down there at first.
Yeah, Navarro just allowed that to take one extra hop and kind of ate him up, missed the glove, and actually hit him right in the stomach, so he tried to absorb it and couldn't bring it into the glove or his throwing hand from there, so the error allows Moore to take first base. It also looks like we might have some movement early here, potentially in the post-14 bullpen, or just somebody stretching over there.
Buber fouls it away. Yeah, sometimes
I think that's Alter.
It can be kind of tough to tell because...
It is Alter. I can tell by the light blue glove.
I meant if he was actually coming in to pitch or if it was
That's
just
fair.
what they were doing on today's day for his arm in general. Since it is very early in the game, as the next pitch hit hard on the ground by Buber. And a great play by Navarro over to Navarro at second. And the ball gets away. And then the runner advances to third. So runners on the corners now with just one out for Berkeley Post 14, who trails at 2-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Henry Navarro, great job keeping that in the infield at shortstop, but his throw was inaccurate to his second baseman. It was just pulled him off the bag for 1 and 2, completely missed the glove, and actually rolled all the way over to first to allow Moore to take third on the second straight error during a ball in play.
First pitch here to Landon Sifford is a ball. Sifford in left after DHing in Game 1. Runners on the corners for the Hornets. Down by 2. And the next pitch to Landon Sifford is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
We'll see if the runner at first goes or not to try to take away the traditional double play.
Pitch here. Called strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 on. Just 1 out. Runners takes their leads for first, not in time.
You figured on the 1-2 now would be the time if you're Carson Buber to steal. Bordeaux recognizes that and tried to get him. It's going to be tough to get a jump on the lefty as well, looking right at you over at first.
This one misses outside for a ball.
So, because of both starters being lefties, we might not see as much aggression over at first as we did in the earlier game.
Next one a ball.
Sifford, has battled back and made the count full.
3-2 count. 1 out. And another throw over. Pretty close, but
yeah,
safe.
Very close. He caught Buber leaning a little bit and had to shuffle his way back in. Didn't need to slide, but definitely had his balance the opposite direction when that throw was first coming out of the hand of Bordeaux.
Another throw over, and this time it gets away from the first baseman, Robinson. But everybody stays where they're at on the base pass.
Ethan should have kicked it. Kidding, obviously.
Next pitch. Popped up over toward the bullpen in right field. Robinson chases it down and makes the catch. So 2 gone here in the inning with 2 on the base pass. And J.J. Pavanelli will come to the plate. Pavanelli had a big game 1. And he moves down from the cleanoff spot to the 5-hole.
Yeah,
interesting there.
Unfortunately, Sifford's foul ball wasn't deep enough to allow Moore any chance to try to tag up at third and come home to cut this 2-0 lead in half, but still got an opportunity in Game 1's player of the game, J.J. Pavanelli, to hopefully bring one home, if not 2 or more.
Pavanelli with 3 hits in that first game and
3 RBIs.
3 RBIs, yeah, certainly feeling good at the plate, looking to add to his already massive day. And the next pitch. Popped up right field. Chasing after it is Tuft. And Tuft makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So the Hornets threaten, trying to take advantage of some mistakes by Vienna post 180, but are unable to drive in the run. And we will head to the second of our score, 2-0 Vienna. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
We welcome you back here to Musselman. Our score, Vienna Post 182, Berkeley Post 14-0. American Legion Baseball action here for you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Dylan Bishop back in the studio. And Colin, as we head into the second, we saw Blosser on the mound in that first inning have his ups and downs. A little bit of offense shown from the Vienna post 180 team, and clearly, they're going to give the Hornets a real good competitive 2 games here. I think is what we're seeing in these first few innings of this one, and what we saw in the first game as well. So it should be some fun baseball.
We never saw post 14 trail in game 1. They had the lead initially, got all the way up to 5-0 before Vienna post 180 was able to come back, make it 5-4, but couldn't muster up enough to take the lead. But now they have the lead here in Game 2 with an opportunity to tack on some more potentially at some point.
First pitch here to Dingle. It's high for a ball. Next pitch outside for ball 2. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Here on Billy Dingle, the third baseman. And the next one from Blosser, the lefty, is a called strike 1.
Yeah, Blosser definitely has good velo, just so far for the most part hasn't consistently hit the zone. We'll see if over time he settles in there or not.
Next one fouled away. It seemed like early in the game as well that he was struggling a little bit with his footing on the mound. So that might have played a little bit of a factor. has the 2-2. Low for ball 3. So it's a full count here on Dingle, the leadoff hitter this inning. Dingle, Hall, Robinson, 7, 8, 9 guys due up. And the next pitch, borderline, but outside for ball 4, so Dingle walks to lead off the inning.
Yeah, Poltard tried to do his best framework there on the 3-2, but it was just outside according to the home plate umpire, so lead-off walk, and now Drew Hall up to bat.
So Drew Hall catching in this game, lays down a bunt. It's well placed. Oviedo charges in, looks toward second, and then throws to first in time for the out. So the sacrifice works well to move the runner into scoring position. Dingle advances to second, and now bring Robinson to the plate, the number 9 hitter, with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, first time we've seen a bunt attempt, bunt period, today, so good job there by Hall to get the sack bunt. See how much more we see of the small ball today.
Yeah, could see more, I think, depending on the situation, as there's a call on strike 1, but of course Robinson going to try to swing away here.
Yeah, and it would make sense, I guess, if you're good at the small ball, which we know on post 14 side they have some guys that can lay down a bunt as well as clearly in a post 180 to potentially do that in a game 2 situation with the heat. Guys are going to be tired as the innings continue on throughout the day, so trying to force them to make a play might be the smart decision with small ball approach.
Big swing and a miss there for Robinson. For all the Little League we've been doing, Colin, it feels weird to not have the 10, 11, 12 guys due up after this.
I'm okay with that. I'm not a fan of the everybody in the lineup. I feel like takes away from strategy.
Yeah, I don't love that change either. I get the idea of having everybody having to play.
Yeah, that I'm all for at that level, but
having everybody hit 1 through 12 just doesn't really make too much sense, but it is what it is. The left-handed pitch from Blosser is low for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. In the top of the second on Robinson. And the next one from Blosser is fouled off and out of play.
Yeah, Robinson, as we said in game 1, soon to be an Eagle Scout, and then very well traveled. He lived in Hong Kong his first 4 years of his life.
That one misses outside for a ball.
And once he came to the United States after the 4 years in Hong Kong, he had a British accent. I wonder, does that mean he no longer has a British accent? Does he still have part of it?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout here for Robinson.
Is his family British? Like, that's the way that is framed in the sentence.
Maybe
poses a lot more questions than answers.
Maybe there's like an English-speaking school in Hong Kong, and there's a lot of British people.
British dialect is what's taught, I guess.
I don't know.
Thought. I don't know either.
I don't know the Hong Kong British population.
Don't look at me.
Well, I rely on you for this information, Colin.
I rely on Google.
2 outs here, 0-1 count on our leadoff hitter, Navarro. This is Henry, the shortstop. Dylan comes in with the Hong Kong as a British territory for a long time, which makes more sense now. Here's a swing and a miss for another strike.
So were we. Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody out there. Not anymore.
That's a great point,
yeah.
Colin.
That's what I'm here for, is the great points, not any numbers like the British population of Hong Kong.
1-2. Well, Dylan says until 1997, so a little bit more recent than when we were. You think Dylan knew that, or do you think he had to Google it, or a little bit of both?
Dylan's a substitute teacher. I think he knew it. He probably didn't know 1997. That he had to look up.
Runner on second. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-0 Vienna.
Henry Navarro up the bat. I don't know if we said that or not when he came up. Kind of was
Navarro
stuck
led
on
off the game with a single.
The British Empire.
What once was. The next pitch. Inside for a ball. And Navarro got things going with that leadoff single. Would come around to score. The next pitch from Blosser is fouled away.
It's been a lengthy at bat here.
It has. We've gone over
Navarro.
the whole history of Britain and Hong Kong, and he's still hitting.
It's true.
Runner on second. Blosser's next pitch to Navarro, again, fouled off and out of play. So it's been a great at-bat from the shortstop.
Yeah, Henry Navarro was selected as an all-state baseball player in Virginia as a designated hitter. He's also a multi-sport athlete. He wrestles at James Madison High School.
I think at first when I read that, it's we wait the next pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. It is a drop third strike, and Poltar throws down to first for the final out. I was going to say, I thought at first when I read that it said JMU, but then I was like, reread it as the high school. Makes a little bit more sense. They'd be wrestling and playing baseball and not being at college. But anyway, we will take a break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the bottom half of the second inning, still 2-0 Vienna. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Single, I believe, so. And an error to second, so yeah, it'd still be a hit and an error.
Thank you, Colin, for the clarifications. We welcome you back here to Musselman. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, Dylan Bishop back in the studio. 2-0. Vienna post 180 on top of Berkeley post 14 as we enter the bottom of the second inning, which is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. So due up here, Oviedo, Edwards, Poltar. First pitch is a called strike. And the next one hit hard up the middle and goes through into center field for a base hit for Oviedo. I'll bring Edwards to the plate.
Yeah, just a roller right back up the middle that continued to bowl right off that pitcher's mound. Was slow enough to make sure Oviedo, even if it would have been fielded by either Navarro, that it wouldn't have mattered most likely.
You have Henry and Eli Navarro up the middle for this Vienna defense. As the next pitch here to Edwards is a called strike.
And Edwards took off some sort of piece of equipment that I think was bothering him. So, not sure what. Hopefully you're correct in that statement. He doesn't get hit by a pitch.
No. 0-2 count here. Now 1-2 as that pitch had missed. And the next pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. So Edwards goes down swinging. The first strikeout of the day for Bordeo out there on the mound.
Edwards very aggressive in that at-bat, taking big hacks at him and just couldn't touch any of the pitches.
I'm going to bring Michael Poltar, the catcher, to the plate. Poltar entered the game for an injured Christian Alter in the first one, came in and played left field as this one's popped up out of play. Now he's doing the catching here in game 2.
Yeah, nothing too serious to Alter. I talked with him in between games, asked him how he was feeling, and he said he's all good to go. It just mostly knocked the wind out of him was what happened out there, more so than anything else, which would then make sense as to why he was still able to make the play and throw the ball in after missing the dive.
Yeah. It was a great effort out there in center, but he couldn't quite get to it as Poltar swings and foul tips that one for another strike. It's good to hear that he's doing well, and if they need him, I'm sure he'll come in and play in this one.
Yeah, I think that's him hanging out there in the dugout potentially as the courtesy runner.
This one's fouled away by Poltar. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first.
See him talking with Jordan Camby right now with the Martinsburg helmet on and his Joker sliding glove. So if Poltar gets on, since he's the catcher, Alter would be the courtesy runner.
And Poltar sends one into right center field, so he will get on and going for extra bases. Poltar is rounding second. Run's going to come around to score, and then Michael Poltar has a 1-out triple to drive in the first run of the day for Berkeley Post 14 to make it 2-1 here in Game 2.
Well, I was going to say, Poltar doesn't need a courtesy runner when a catcher can get a triple, but then he knocked the wind out of him when he went with the slide, had a kind of awkward slide that will force him now to have a courtesy runner, and that's actually Henderson, it looks like, so not Alter. My apologies to Henderson for getting him confused with Alter.
We'll accept it for now, Colin, I suppose. But the run comes in to score, make it 2-1. There's a called strike. Yeah, either way, you might still let a guy run for him just because he is your catcher and you have that option. But Poltar has good speed. As this one hit hard by Jet Gross into right field. That will be a base hit and drive in a run. And we're tied at 2 between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. RBI single from the number 9 hitter Jet Gross. So the bottom of the order for Berkeley Post 14 coming through in a huge way. Here with hits from Oviedo in the 6th spot. A hit from Poltar in the 8 hole. And a hit from Gross in the 9 spot.
Yeah, and that was a perfect fundamental pull hit there by Jet Gross to get it in between the 3-4 gap.
Jordan Camby now coming to the plate. Flew out to left field his first time, and this one hit hard on the ground towards short. And that's underneath the glove of Navarro and into left field. So runners on second and third now for the Hornets. And Cam Moore coming to the plate.
Yeah, Navarro not happy with himself there, missing that one. Just didn't see it go all the way through into the glove He thought it was going to hop a little bit more, so he had the glove not fully down in the dirt, and it just rolled right underneath it. You can see he's still very frustrated in himself over at short, because unfortunately for him, that's not the only error he's had this game.
Yeah, the E6 there, crucial. And now Moore coming to the plate, takes that one high for a strike. So after kind of a slow first inning, the Hornets have picked it up here in the second. And the next pitch hit right back to Bordeaux on the mound. And he throws out. No, they said safe for Cam Moore on there at first. So the bases are loaded for the Hornets. Close play. But Moore is on after that delayed throw from Bordeaux, who kind of looked the runner back. That allowed the speedy Cam Moore to reach base safely for the second time today. Earlier we had a throwing error, but that one, a true single for Moore.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really Bordeaux's fault. It might be on the throw. I saw Robinson, the first baseman, have to put his foot back on the bag. I don't know if it just wasn't there to begin with and he thought his back side of the foot was, but
Buber gets underneath this one to deep center field. Runner will tag from third. Good throw to the relay man, but it's cut off, and that will allow Jet Gross to come around to score. And the Hornets take the lead now at 3-2 on the sacrifice RBI from Carson Buber. There's a weird play on that previous one, but works out for the Hornets, and Landon Sifford will come to the plate now.
But if you're Vienna post 180, you're obviously frustrated because
one runner takes off for third, and now runner caught in a rundown out there and a throw home. Camby now caught in a rundown between third and home. Other runner is advancing, and they're going to tag Jordan Camby out. So Hornets maybe going with a delayed double steal to try to steal another run, but it doesn't work out. And we head to the third inning, and it's Berkeley Post 14-3, Vienna Post 182. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We welcome you back here to Musselman. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Colin, you were trying to make a point there before the inning ended.
Yeah, the point was just going to be that with Berkeley Post 14 now leading 3-2, it just feels like to me that for Vienna Post 180, the lead that they had now given up was kind of more self-inflicted than anything else, but then a base running error that is self-inflicted by Post 14 gets Post 180 out of the inning, so maybe it's a quick turnaround, we'll see, but if you're the Hornets, you're happy now with how things have kind of had a lucky break for you to take a 3-2 lead. And now your new pitcher, new addition to the team, and Blosser can pitch with the lead in mind. Hopefully it gives them some comfort out there.
Yeah, I would agree with you somewhat, because you did have 4 hits that inning for the Hornets. But you did have that error that extended the inning a little bit to allow the lead to be given up. But at least to work their way back in the game, a lot of that was good offense from Berkeley Post 14. So here's a ground ball towards second. And a good toss from Carson Buber in time for the out.
Well, you had, 2 errors or 3 errors that inning?
I only wrote down 1.
Only 1? Okay. I wasn't sure if maybe there was two
But
at short, but then
at least
the one
three in total.
Yeah, because
I don't know if you're going to count that at first as an error.
Or, yeah, at first, not third. I don't know why I was saying third.
I ruled it a hit because I wasn't really sure how you would rule it. This one's fouled away.
But yeah, you've had the instance now in which Robinson's foot was not on the bag at first, and then you've had a few things that I guess could be deemed an error or a hit towards the shortstop.
Yeah, either way, I think it was kind of a little bit of both. Pavanelli throwing to first in time for the out. Good play defensively there. So Saunders goes down on the ground out to second, and then Tufts goes down on the ground out. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. That's what
Yep,
we were.
you were right. Second, and then the most
Ground out
recent
to
one to short.
So now we have Eli Navarro coming to the plate, the second baseman, who walked his first time. And the first pitch misses for a ball, and then Poltar loses it.
Yep. Fortunate nobody's on base, so doesn't matter that went off his glove and then rolled in front of him and didn't roll too far out anyway. Even if there was somebody on base, probably wouldn't have went.
Probably not. 1-0 count. And the next pitch hit hard down the left field line, but foul into the third base dugout.
Yeah, good sound off the bat there by Navarro, but just was too ahead of it to pull it foul into the third base bullpen down the line.
Yeah, felt like it was going to be probably one of our better hit balls of the day, but it did go foul.
Probably the best speed off the bat. I'm trying to remember the term for that, but I can't. Exit velo?
Yeah, there you go. There's a strike on the foul off, and then a ball here. So 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs in the top half of the third. 3-2, Berkeley posts 14. And the next pitch from Blosser, the left-hander, is low and inside for a ball. Next one from Blosser, called strike 2.
And that one just got tucked in at the knee of Navarro.
Yeah, Navarro thought he had his second walk, but just barely ruled strike number 2. So full count with 2 outs. And the pitch runs in and hits him. So Navarro is on for the second time today with a walk and a hit by pitch. Now bring Downs to the plate.
Blosser just tried a little bit too much there to place that one on the inside part for a 3-2 and let it tail too far in to hit the batter Navarro. Take away a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Blosser so far at 52 pitches through 2 2/3. He's given up 2 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And something going on here. I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, looks like somebody or something behind home plate got the attention of Post 14's coaching staff. So, nothing too serious to cause a lengthy delay.
Yeah, we have a pretty big tent in front of us, so I can't really see what's going on down there, but I don't know what exactly it was. Doesn't seem to be anything too serious, though, like you said, Colin. So here's the next pitch, and well outside for ball 1.
Thought that was going to take Poltar's arm off. He has to take his time before getting the ball back to his pitcher, Blosser. That was a fastball way high and outside that Poltar had to reach out full extension of the arm and snag.
Runner takes off for second. This one hit foul down that third base line again.
Yeah, that one just missed hitting the white powder on the third baseline, right on the edge of the outfield grass and infield dirt. Probably missed by only a matter of inches from this angle. So probably a foot in total from the actual angle. That would be better to see if you're the home plate umpire.
Next pitch, just outside for a ball.
Yeah, Downs was calling timeout, but didn't get it at the very last second, so I had to quickly adjust and just took that pitch because he wasn't fully ready.
And the next pitch is fouled away. Downs DHing, having a great at-bat here. He sacrificed to move a runner over last time. Runner on first base. And the next pitch called strike 3. The throw down to second won't matter since it's the final out of the inning. As we head to the bottom of the third, our score 3-2, Berkeley Post 14. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Bottom of the third inning between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180 is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body. Modern Realty Results, Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Colin, as we head to this bottom half of the third inning, Hornets rally stopped with a base running error in the last inning, so Landon Sifford, who was at the plate, will lead off this inning, as it will be Sifford, J.J. Pavanelli, and Braden Oviedo due up here to lead off the bottom of the third, as Sifford fouls it away.
Yeah, so the clear downside was that you had the base running mistake that forced you not to have base runner at third be able to come home and score to extend your lead. But on the positive side, you're in a good spot in the lineup now this inning to maybe score one, if not more.
Yeah, but it was the 6, 7, 8, 9 that really got your rally going for Berkeley Post 14 with the single from Oviedo. Edwards did strike out, but then the triple from Poltar and the single from Gross began the comeback effort for Berkeley Post 14 as it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the next pitch to Sifford is popped up center field. Charging in is the center fielder Bradshaw. He dives in and he makes the catch from the sliding position for the first out. Great play out there in center.
Yeah, great play by the center fielder. Unfortunate on the opposite end for Sifford. Just didn't get all of that one. He was kind of just underneath it the way you heard it hit off the bat, and it's frustrating because of where the pitch was located that he didn't get all of that one.
So I bring Pavanelli to the plate. He flew out to right field his first time up. 3-2 Berkeley Post 14 here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Pavanelli rips that one right through the 5-6 hole. Navarro gets it to keep it in shallow left field, but Pavanelli has a one-out single.
Good job there by Pavanelli to get the infield single, and goes with the little turn on of the sprinklers celebration over at first, kind of like the Baltimore Orioles like to do.
Braden Oviedo will come to the plate now as he watches the throw over to first. Oviedo playing third base again here for game 2. He singled his first time. And the pitch here, a big swing and a miss for strike 1.
Ovi tried to turn on the sprinkler all the way with that swing.
Might need him at P.O. Faulkner.
Their sprinklers are broken at P.O. Faulkner. This is why we're here.
Yeah.
Fortunate to have multiple locations.
It's true. This one misses high for a ball. Next pitch, swing and miss for strike 2 on Oviedo.
Braden Oviedo just behind that one a little bit.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first base, and the next pitch to Oviedo is popped up shallow right field, heading into foul territory. Making the catch is tough for the second out. And that will bring Braden Edwards to the plate, who struck out his first time. Manager Tobin's going to come down and have a conversation with Edwards, the DH here in this game, after catching game 1.
Yeah. Tripp probably sees something out of the pitcher that he wants to make sure Edwards is aware of to help him prepare for this at-bat.
Yeah, could be multiple things, I think, in this scenario with the 2 outs. Maybe something's on the base paths as well, as Edwards is going to listen to Manager Tobin get a hit into left field.
Yeah, whatever Tripp sees, he knows, and now he's going over to his dugout to make sure everybody knows about it. So, must be something there that he sees, because first pitch, Edwards goes and gets that one.
Maybe it's some sort of trend with his first pitches.
Not sure. We haven't picked up on the trend yet, if that is the case.
We're not Tripp Tobin.
It's true. We're not managing the team. We're just up here, chilling out with some cold water.
Michael Poltar had a triple his first time up and an RBI as he got the scoring started for Berkeley Post 14. He'll foul off the first pitch he sees in this at-bat, making an 0-1 count.
Aggression at that first pitch, so maybe that is the trend. I don't know.
Two on, 0-1 for Poltar, and the next pitch taken for a ball.
Yeah, Poltar almost chased at that one, but was able at the last second to hold the bat back as it broke down into the dirt.
So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Bordeo. And it is popped up into left center field. Poltar put some good power behind it, but going to make the play on the run is Bradshaw for the final out of the inning. So the Hornets send 2 to the base paths, but leave them both on. And we will head to the 4th inning. Our score, Berkeley Post 14-3. And Vienna Post 182. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
P.O. Faulkner Park, the top of the fourth, is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call them at 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. So, Colin, as we head to the top half of the fourth inning, been a good battle here in Game 2 between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. 3-2 is our score. Hornets on top. Saw early Vienna 2-0 lead. Berkeley Post 14 work its way back and have held that lead for a few innings. And we've seen Blosser pitch well, but we do have a pitching change.
Yeah.
I think that's Jason Myers, who gave up his jersey to Christian Alter for Game 1, I think.
Yes, I saw Alter in the number 16 since, as we said, during Game 1, Alter was without his red uniform, so Jason Myers didn't play in that first game, gave up the number 16 to Alter to allow him to play, but now it's Myers' turn to wear that number 16 and pitch here in relief for Post 14.
Yeah, Myers has transitioned into a pitcher-only role for the Hornets. He has, I think, hit just a little bit, but for the most part, that's all he's really doing. And, we'll see him on the mound here. So, pretty good debut for Blosser. I think he saw a lot of good stuff. After kind of a tough start, he settled in nicely with his next two innings. And now we're going to see Myers pitching on his home turf, somewhere he's familiar, in Musselman High School, and try to close out this one and help the Hornets get the win.
Yeah, Myers' number so far this year on the mound. He's pitched 18 innings exactly, started 3 of the 5 games that he has pitched so far this year. He's allowed 14 hits, 12 runs, 9 of them earned, walked 10, and has 22 strikeouts with an ERA of 3.50.
Pitch here from Myers is a called strike one. So Bradshaw, Dingle, Hall due up. And the next pitch is high for ball one. Bradshaw grounded out his first time, the center fielder, to second base. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Bradshaw. And here's the pitch. High for another ball.
But now you got the change into the righty pitcher for Post 14. Blosser, the starter this game, was the lefty, so.
Next pitch called strike 3. Bradshaw goes down looking to begin the fourth.
Obviously that typically changes the view of when you're trying to recognize the pitch coming out of the pitcher's hand, followed by the break and movement of the pitch as well between a lefty versus a righty out on the mound. So good start for Myers to get strike 3 there.
Now bring Dingle to the plate, who walked his first time. And the third baseman fouls off the first pitch he sees in this at-bat.
Yeah, he just barely got a piece of that one. That was a fastball that blew right by Dingle.
Yeah, Myers looks pretty good here early on in the game, throwing with some good velocity out of the bullpen. And Myers, of course, dealt with that injury during the regular season for Musselman. We saw what he was able to do on the mound in his final high school game, or at least the final one that we saw. Here's the strike there.
Yeah, pulled the string on that changeup.
Next pitch from Myers. Fouled away.
And Myers trying to go with the 3 straight strikes as he recognized after the first 2 misses by Dingle that he has him guessing out there. So Myers in control in this at-bat. Hopefully he can keep control and get the job done.
Next pitch. Another foul from Dingle.
More pitches you see if you're Dingle, the more you feel like you're in the advantage even with 2 strikes on you. So good job by him, able to foul off these last 2 pieces. Seeing the ball a little bit better now as this at-bat goes along for Myers.
Yeah, Dingle saw a lot of pitches in his first at-bat as this one again fouled away. Took him to a 3-2 count against Blosser before drawing the walk.
Now, if you're Myers, though, in my view for him, I'd like to see maybe a little bit of a waste pitch here, see if he can get Dingle to chase one in the dirt.
And the pitch from Myers, fouled away again.
Goes back to that fastball that Dingle is expecting now. He's fouled off, 4 straight? 3 straight?
I
think
lot.
4.
He's been very consistent at the plate in terms of fouling off pitches. Another one from Myers. This one bounces, hits off the mound and nearly bounces back to Myers. It will come off, or bounces off the home plate, I should say. Now we'll clear off home.
But there was the one in the dirt that he tried to get him to chase and he didn't.
So Dingle's proven to have a good eye. Now a 1-2 count. And the next pitch from Myers, fouled away again.
What an at-bat here for Dingle. Seeing a lot of pitches, just hasn't got one in play yet. Myers trying to win the battle. Still ahead in the count.
Next one, Dingle takes it for a called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Myers to start his day in relief, and that'll bring Hall to the plate, and that was a pretty close pitch there, Colin.
Yeah, 50-50 pitch that went Myers' way out on the mound, catching the outside part of the strike zone, according to the home plate umpire. And tough for Billy Dingle, who, as we said during that entire bat, had a great eye, and the umpire just saw differently than him that time around.
So I bring Hall to the plate. And this one's popped up into right field. Will fall in for a base hit. So Hall had the sac bunt his first time, and here he gets a single in the 4th with 2 gone.
Yeah.
Now bring Robinson to the plate.
That lands just inside of that first base line, and opposite field piece of hitting there, so the right fielder and Moore kind of shifted more over. Didn't expect opposite field there, but they were able to do so. 2 outs, so hopefully nothing too much there. And Myers able to get out of it unscathed. Has to pitch out of the stretch now, though, so we'll see a different look here from him because of that.
Yeah, Robinson struck out his first time. And the pitch here from Myers misses inside for ball 1.
Not sure if he's maybe more comfortable out of the stretch or in his normal windup. I'll have to ask him later on about that.
Myers' next pitch runs in and hits Robinson. So anything can extend an inning, and anytime you have that inning extended, it definitely feels like teams are able to get some sort of rally going. So you have the single from Hall and then a hit by pitch here to Robinson, and all of a sudden now Vienna has the top of the order up and 2 runners on, even though there are 2 outs for Henry Navarro, who singled and struck out so far today.
Yeah, that situation looked a little more scarier than I think it was to me. The way he reacted, it almost looked like, just from the reaction alone, it was close to hitting him in that head towards his face because of the helmet falling off as well adds to that thought, but I believe that kind of just maybe hit him in the shoulder / grazed his sleeve. He was able to bring the arm up and kind of block himself a little bit there from the neck or helmet area.
Pitch to Navarro, misses for ball 1. And the 1-0 runs in and hits Navarro. So I think we got your answer, Colin.
Yeah, that one he's going to have to wear. That hit him straight in between the shoulder blades.
In terms of which one he prefers.
Yeah, struggled out of the stretch today right now for Myers. So base is loaded. Manager Trip Tobin going to come out and talk with Myers, calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, I think.
It's pointing to that same spot that Blosser was kind of discomforted with on the pitcher's mound. He's looking in that same placing of where you put your foot to get your force behind. So maybe there's something there on this mound here at Musselman that they don't like. But for Myers, should be used to it.
Right, unless, the field obviously
yes
goes through different weather. It could have changed or whatever the case may be. But if it's always there, then yeah, Myers would be used to it. But maybe there is just some weird placement of the dirt. I don't know. We haven't seen Vienna have any issues, or at least they haven't pointed out anything about it.
It's true.
So Navarro, after back-to-back hit by pitches, will bring Saunders to the plate. And Saunders takes the first one low and outside for a ball.
But even after that pitch, you saw Myers look straight down at his plant foot after that because it slipped.
Next one misses outside for ball 2.
He's not comfortable out there right now with each time he places that front foot out of the stretch.
The next one misses again for ball 3.
You can tell he's starting to get in his head because of that.
Well, the bases are loaded, and we're one pitch away from a tied game if it's a walk. And there it is. Myers clearly frustrated with that one, as anybody would be after the bases loaded walk to tie the game at 3 when he had 2 outs. That little bloop single from Hall extended the inning, and then back-to-back hit by pitches and a walk gives you the run here for post 180, and we're tied here at 3. And Tuft coming to the plate, a single and a ground out so far.
Yep, and now you got Jet Gross and Berkeley Post 14's bullpen doing some tossing.
This one popped up toward left center field. Jordan Camby makes the play on the run for the final out of the inning. But Vienna does find a way to tie it at 3. We are ahead to the bottom of the 4th with the Hornets coming back to the plate. This is American Legion Baseball Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We welcome you back. American Legion Baseball action here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. We're tied at 3 between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. Colin, as we head into the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Hornets. Just brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com.
Yeah, and we're now knotted up at 3. So, we've seen some good baseball here at Musselman-Appleman Park today. It's been a little while since we've seen Post 14 in action. The last time we did was when they were in Hedgesville taking on Post 60 in a great game as well. They trailed that game, was able to come back, tie it up at 6-6, and we, I believe, do have a answer, even though it's not official, as to when that game will be made up, and it sounds like they're going to try to make up and conclude that game before the game on Wednesday between Post 60 Knights and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets at, right now, P.O. Faulkner Park, unless it needs to be played here.
Or Hedgesville, I guess.
Or Hedgesville, I guess. It's true.
As here's a ball. But yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that really makes sense because of the two-team schedule. So,
no.
Owen Rubenthal hitting here for. Let's see, where were we? I believe for Jet Gross at first. Yeah.
Yeah, because you got Canby on deck.
This one's fouled away.
Which might mean that we see Jet Gross come into pitch because he's still out there, I think, warming up.
Yeah, sounds like a good guess. And then Rubenthal could take over at first since, of course, he can play first.
Mm-hmm.
So this one misses for a ball. Makes sense to me, Manager McLaughlin.
Don't put that title on me. Great power comes great responsibility.
There's a ball outside.
I'll leave that to Trip Tobin and Spider-Man.
The only thing they have in common that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Spider-Man and Trip Tobin in the same place? Rubenthal sends that one to right field for an out.
Second thing in common, they both wear red, white, and blue.
It's a good one. Jordan Canby to the plate.
Canby, if he can get on base, we know has some speed.
It's flown out and reached on an error so far today. That one a called strike one to Canby, the center fielder.
And that pitch just located right above the letters and just below the shoulders.
Next pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Canby lifts it up into left center field. And it's caught on the run by Saunders for the second out. So Canby is 0 for 3. And Cam Moore comes to the plate, an error and a single so far.
Yeah, solid contact again by
got another change here.
Canby, but we've just seen
Cole Lewis is coming in.
Okay. We've seen everything stay within the ballpark so far today.
So Cole Lewis for Cam Moore, taking over in right as of right now. And the next pitch into Lewis, hit hard on the ground toward the shortstop Navarro, and he throws to first in time for the final out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Berkeley Post 14, and we will head to the fifth. 3-3 our score. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces Walk-In Wednesdays. The Human Resources Department at the WVU Medicine Corporate Center in Martinsburg will host Walk-In Wednesdays every Wednesday in July. A WVU recruiter will be on site 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to answer questions about positions available and assist those who submit applications via Workday. The WVU Medicine Corporate Center is located at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Stop by to learn why employees who work here thrive here.
Welcome back to Golden Asian Buffet. I'm Ryan, and I'm so excited to show you our massive buffet with over 150 incredible fresh items. Food lovers, you're gonna love this buffet with over 150 items with everything from appetizers all the way down to desserts. This buffet is massive. For family, friends, and foodies alike, you are gonna love this place. Appetizers all the way down to desserts, meats, seafoods, and much, much more. Come on down here to Golden Asian Buffet and check out their incredible buffet.
We welcome you back here to Musselman. Have some defensive changes for Berkeley post 14. Canby still in center, but Lewis is headed to right. Grant Henderson's headed to left field, it looks like. And then Owen Rubenthal is going to play first. I believe everybody else is the same. So the defense for Berkeley post 14, Michael Poltar behind the plate, Oviedo down there at third, Pavanelli at short, Buber second, Rubenthal at first, and from left to right in the outfield, it's Henderson, Canby, and now Cole Lewis. So Landon Sifford appears to be done for the day.
Trying to see if there's any other changes. I don't think so.
Jason
I
Myers
haven't made the changes.
On the mound, I mean, I'm looking at everybody.
Game
Everybody
changer,
else
yeah.
looks the same, so unless, there's something that I don't know and somebody looks exactly like J.J. Pavanelli at shortstop, then pretty sure that's him. This one's hit hard, but foul down the third base line.
Yeah, the only change they're missing in game changer is left field, so.
Yeah, but I think that is Henderson out there.
Yeah, I saw the 10.
Next pitch from Myers. Hit well out toward left center field. Canby is chasing and leaps up and makes the catch out there in left center.
And that's just pure speed, able to snag that one. I mean, that looked beautifully placed in left center field, and there's only one guy in this area that I know that can make that play, and that's Jordan Gamby because of the speed. Tracking it down on the run, full extension, snags that one out of the sky, and then able to keep it in the glove while falling down as well. And, of course, finishing it off, as he always does, losing his hat.
So Navarro flies out to center. Downs coming to the plate. He'll pop it up. Right field. Charging in is Lewis, but Buber's going to make the over-the-shoulder catch for the second out. So both teams in their last few at-bats appear to be going pretty quickly here in the bottom of the fourth and the top of the fifth.
Looks like
Bradshaw coming to the plate.
Got Bo Souders, I think that is, warming up in first baseline bullpen for Vienna post 180.
And the pitch here hit on the ground toward the shortstop, Pavanelli. Pavanelli will throw to first in time for the out. So very quick 1-2-3, top of the fifth for post 180, and we'll head to the bottom of the fifth with our score 3-3 between post 14 and post 180. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
New pitcher on the mound for Vienna post 180. It's going to be Bo Souders taking over as he goes from left to the pitcher's mound. And our pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Colin, are you aware of who's in left now for Vienna?
So in left field, according to Game Changer, it's now Billy Dingle. You still got Bradshaw in center. Third base is now Hall. Middle infield still the Navarios. First base, you have Thompson.
So it looks like...
So I don't know who's in right, because for some reason Game Changer right now has Tuft on the mound, which is incorrect. And they have Souders in right.
I think it should still be Tuft in right.
Right, yeah. So they just accidentally made that mistake, but there you go.
So Bordeaux's day is done. And we will see the continuation of the game with a new pitcher for both teams as Souders takes over on the mound. And the pitch here is low for a ball. For Berkeley Post 14, they're back to the middle of the order. 3-4-5 due up. Buber, Sifford, J.J. Pavanelli. This one low for a ball.
Well, it actually will be Henderson now instead of Sifford, since
they
made the defensive changes last inning. So it's Grant Henderson on deck. Believe.
Yeah, that's him. Pretty sure. But it does kind of look like Christian Alter, so you might be right. It might be...
Right. And
Alter might have took Henderson's jersey.
I think Alter might have took Henderson's jersey, which makes sense as to why I thought earlier it was Alter, because I saw the same sliding glove, and I see the 7 on the helmet, and that's Alter's number from Martinsburg. Right?
Yes.
So yeah, that's Alter.
That's Alter. That's his arm sleeve.
Yeah. I was like, man, now I'm mad that I thought I was wrong earlier, but I was right.
Yeah, should have went with your gut, and we should have known that he didn't have the jersey, so it was possible that he could have took Henderson's jersey, and I think Henderson's a little bit taller. But hey.
We're also far way away.
Yeah.
This one a ball now to Buber.
They all kind of look the same.
Are all baseball players from Martinsburg.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Buber sends this one into left field, and that will get down for a base hit, so Carson Buber has a leadoff single.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. I was like, Henderson's more of an infielder.
Right.
Why are they putting him in outfield?
Dingle just too far back in the outfield to have any attempt of making a play on that one. So good job by Buber to lead things off here. And here comes Alter.
So Christian Alter will take over for Landon Sifford, and he had a hit in that first game. And Alter takes this one high for a ball. So leadoff single. We have a few different options, I feel like, if you're manager Trip Tobin, to try to get this run across and give yourself the lead here in the later part of the game, as Buber has to head back to first with the pickoff attempt from Souders. Sifford was 0 for 2 in this spot. Alter takes that one for a called strike 1.
Yeah, we haven't seen any attempt at small ball moving runners over yet for Berkeley Post 14. We saw the one sacrifice bunt earlier for Vienna Post 180, so we'll see maybe if Post 14 decides to have Alter square up or anybody else. Make the most sense for Alter here, maybe.
They might let him swing. I mean, he has definitely had a good day so far swinging the bat, and we know he's a good contact hitter, but this one right to the right fielder for the out. So he made good contact, but it was hit right to Tuft in right field, and that will bring J.J. Pavanelli to the plate. Pavanelli has singled and flown out so far.
And as we mentioned, he had 3 RBIs last game, so
Pavanelli takes the first pitch low for ball 1.
That one almost squirted past Robinson, but he was able to locate it quickly, and for him, didn't go too far behind him, fortunately.
And the next pitch hit on the ground toward the shortstop. Navarro, though, bobbles it and loses control, so the error will have Pavanelli to take first, and that'll bring Oviedo to the plate, who singled his first time and was out his second time.
There was a late change there, apparently. Looking at Game Changer, don't see a jersey number, but Game Changer says that's actually Grimsley out there at shortstop now.
Okay. Well, this one called strike one.
Let me look at Vienna's scoring on Game Changer to see if that helps. Yes, that's Grimsley now at short.
This one fouled away by Oviedo. So runners on first and second for the Hornets. One out here in the inning. And the pitch to Braden Oviedo is low for a ball.
And it would make sense that Grimsley's there at short, because I think, just looking kind of more at the hair than anything else, because I haven't seen a jersey number yet, that might be Navarro doing some stretching over before getting ready to throw in the bullpen.
This one taken outside for Braden Oviedo. Would make sense. Usually you don't change your shortstop in the middle of the game, so.
Yeah, I believe that is.
Next one fouled away. Of course, this is
Henry
Legion,
Navarro.
though, so you never know for sure. May want to get some guys some at-bats.
It's either Navarro or Ty Ordonez. I can't tell if it's 8 or a 9, just the way their numbers on the back are designed.
Next pitch, fouled away again by Oviedo. Good at-bat here. Nick Verzolini, Kyle McLaughlin, happy to have you with us on this Sunday. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. We return to normal office hours tomorrow at the studio. So we'll be back with the Sports Mix and Eastern Panhandle Talk.
I'm ready, are you?
Of course. What else do I have to do?
Fair point.
The next pitch. Outside for a ball.
Souders tried to get Oviedo to chase, but good plate discipline by Ovi.
The 3-2 to Oviedo is fouled away.
These guys on the Vienna Post 180 bench are very active, having to retrieve baseballs.
Yeah, the umpire said he needs more, so.
Well, I have figured out that that is not Navarro out there.
Oh.
Because that's Navarro chasing baseballs.
An important and underrated role as the next pitch to Oviedo is given a ride to left center field. Making the catch on the run is Bradshaw. Runner tags up from second and is in there third for Carson Buber. So there's runners on first and third. There are now 2 outs, and Braden Edwards coming to the plate.
Big opportunity here for Edwards to get post 14 the lead back.
That game tied at 3. Hornets had a 3-2 lead after coming back from 2-0 earlier.
And we saw this same situation during that comeback earlier. Runners on the corners, and they had the base running error that ended the inning. So hopefully that doesn't happen here.
Edwards is 1 for 2 with a walk or with a strikeout and a single. This one misses inside for a ball. So Edwards ahead here in the count. And the next pitch, high for another ball. Braden Edwards trying to possibly draw a walk, extend the inning a little bit, get the bases loaded. And the next pitch, called strike.
That one just dropped in for a strike. Edwards wasn't looking for that pitch.
3-1 count. Next pitch, slapped and fouled. Full count.
I believe it should be a 2-2 count.
You may be right. I might have added an extra pitch in there.
Yeah.
It's the 2-2. Misses outside now for ball 3. Runner advances to second. And Pavanelli, who reached on the error, so now 3-2. And this one misses outside. There's ball 4. I bring Poltar to the plate. Had a triple and an RBI his first time and a fly out to center field last time.
Souders has had a very lengthy first inning for him in relief out on that mound, now at 28 pitches so far this inning. Trying to keep this ball game tied.
Pitch to Poltar, high for ball 1. Similar situation to what gave Vienna post 180 the lead was Berkeley post 14 had given up a bases loaded situation and a hit by a pitch. Or maybe it was a walk. It was one of the two that had driven in that run. And the pitch here to Poltar. Blooper down in right field, but just foul down the line. Looked fair initially, but it fell in on the foul territory.
Yeah, that one just missed about midway down that first base line, foul by a foot or two. But as you said, it looked like it was going to stay fair, and that would have been trouble if it did stay fair.
So Saunders, who drew that walk to take the lead against Jason Myers, or to tie the game, I should say. And here Poltar hitting with the bases loaded. The next pitch, Poltar, big swing and a miss for a strike.
Yeah, now 2-2 count, as that was a pretty pitch there by Souders to get Poltar to chase a breaking ball.
So Poltar on a 2-2 fouls away that pitch. Bases are loaded for Berkeley post 14, who's singled, flown out twice, has an error and a walk so far in the inning, and this one a tough play possibly for Navarro as it took a big bounce, but he ends up making it pretty easy play to first base for the final out of the inning. So the Hornets threaten. They lead the bases loaded, though, and we'll head to the 6th inning. We're tied at 3. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
Another pitching change here, as those are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361 as we head into the 6th inning between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. Tied at 3. And our top half of the 6th is brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. So Jet Gross is going to come on here, Colin.
Yeah, we've been seeing him get some action in the bullpen during Game 1 here, a little bit in Game 2 as well, and now we get to see him in action out on the mound in relief with a tie ball game, 3-3 in the top of the 6th here in Game 2 of it's been fantastic and competitive doubleheader between Vienna Post 180 and Berkeley Post 14. We'll see which team's able to separate itself from the other here in Game 2.
Wind picking up.
Yeah, the wind picking up, which is nice. Need the breeze here. It's been a very hot day. A lot cooler for us up here in the press box with the air moving. Got one box fan over to our right as well, helping the air flow in here. Try to circulate as best as possible.
Yeah, definitely nice for the conditions. Not great for trying to keep all these papers in place.
Right, that is true.
I'll take it, honestly.
Shout out to those in attendance without any shade. I could not be doing that today.
They're built different,
so, yeah, they are built different either positively or negatively. You make the call.
Or they just don't have something to have shade.
Make friends. There's plenty of tents here.
Maybe they're not friendly.
Well, then change.
Advice from Colin McLaughlin as we
be friendly, people.
See Dingle hitting here now in left field, and he'll take that one outside for a ball. Dingle so far has walked and struck out on the day.
Yep, so now he's got a 2-0 count to him from Jet Gross. So, see Gross kind of slow down out there now.
The left-handed Jet Gross's next pitch is a called strike 1. So Hornets have mixed it up with the lefties and the righties, and now back to a left-hander. And the 2-1 to Dingle. Runs low and inside for ball 3.
Dingle, the left fielder now, and this one for Post 180.
And the 3-1, called strike 2. Dingle thought it was ball 4.
Yeah, that was
a full count.
As close as it can get on the inside corner of the zone. Looks like Gross might try to go there again here, lefty on righty.
And the 3-2, Gross gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will bring Hall to the plate.
Yeah, you could hear from the home plate umpire he caught it as that for Dingle he just got a piece of, so what could have been a foul ball was a caught third strike for the strikeout. Great job by Poltar behind the plate here for this game. Holding on to that one for out number 1.
Hall Had the bunt sacrifice and a single so far, and the pitch here from Gross is low for ball one. Next one low for another ball.
Gross right now just trying to find command of his breaking ball.
Two-0 count. Next pitch from Gross. Hit hard down the third baseline, but dips foul for strike one.
Just to the left of the third base bag. No reaction from the third baseman, Oviedo, so maybe it wasn't as close as we initially thought it was going to be. Off the bat, a haul.
2-1, a swing and a miss for strike two.
Again, Gross trying to work that inside part of the zone here against the righties and jam them. Make it tough to keep their arms in and pull down the line.
The 2-2 from Gross just misses for ball three. So full count.
You heard me say that, so he went outside with that pitch.
As we wait the 3-2 from Jet Gross. Grounded foul down the third baseline.
Again, another one on the inside. All was able to keep his hands in, tried to pull it. We'll see maybe if Oviedo goes a little bit more guarding the lines or not. He hasn't moved. He's playing with his glove right now. Doing some flips and tricks.
3-2. Swing and a miss, strike three on a pitch running away. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Jet Gross in his relief appearance.
Yeah, and both he had to battle back on. I believe both started with 2-0 counts. So, good job by him to find his spots and get the punch-outs.
Robinson comes to the plate, struck out and hit by a pitch so far, and Robinson takes this one low for a ball. Next pitch, low for another ball, 2-0 count.
Got him right where he wants him.
So far, yeah, this inning for Jet Gross. The 2-0 from Gross. Low for ball three.
Gross now going to reset out there. Step off the mound, step back on.
Trying to come back here from 3-0. In this 3-3 ball game between Berkeley post 14 and Vienna post 180. Top of the sixth inning. The next pitch. Low and outside for ball four, so it's a walk here with two gone for Robinson. And that'll bring Navarro back to the plate.
Guess he didn't have him right where he wanted him. Spoke too soon.
Who knows? Maybe he did want to walk him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I would tend to doubt it, but you never know.
How with 2 outs, nobody on?
Probably not, no. Gross's pitch here is high for a ball.
Yeah, Gross kind of paused there with the leg kick to make it look like maybe he was going to go over to first base before delivering that pitch.
Next pitch, a called strike, so ends the 5 straight balls, the strike there, and it's a 1-1 count here on Navarro, the leadoff man. The 1-1, high for ball two. So still a hitter's count. Vienna tries to work their way back into it, or I should say, maybe take the lead after trailing 3-2 and then tying it at 3-3. A breaking ball called strike. Hornets trailed 2-0 early. They rallied back to take a 3-2 lead, and now we're tied at 3. Here in the 6th, the next pitch is low for a ball. Gets away from the catcher, Poltar, and allows the runner to advance to second.
Yep, so now the go-ahead run in scoring position. Full count here. Grimsley.
Three-two hit on the ground past the glove of Oviedo. That will bring the runner home from second. And Vienna post 180 has taken a 4-3 lead here in the 6th.
And a few at-bats ago, we saw a very close one down that third base line that was just foul. This time it was to the right of the bag and just fair and died enough, shallow enough in that left field because of the grass to where Alter wasn't going to come close to being able to throw home for an attempt at the plate. So, post 180 leads.
This one popped up, foul territory, over toward the first baseman, Rupenthal, who makes the catch. Actually, that looks like that's Braden Edwards now playing first base.
Yep.
And that will do it for Sauter's at-bat. But Vienna post 180 does take the lead on the RBI single from Navarro. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Hornets trail now 4-3. We're back in 60. John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
We welcome you back here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini and Kyle McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. Dylan Bishop back in the studio as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's now a 4-3 lead for Vienna post 180. Colin, as they rally back, they had 2 straight strikeouts to begin that 6th inning. Seemed like Jet Gross was rolling, and then Vienna got a guy on, advanced him over to second, and then get the run in. So, great job by post 180 to take this lead, and now we'll see if the Hornets still have an ability to come back. They got 6 outs to work with to get 2 runs.
Yeah, and it'll be Ty Ordonez now on the mound pitching for Vienna post 180. So we'll see if he's able to help them out, keep their now 1-run lead or not. So, got ourselves a pitching change.
You got any good Ordonez stats for us?
Let me look. If you want to get the pitching change read first, I can get some notes here about him. First, he's from Oakton High School. He's uncommitted. Was part of the 2024 high school class. He's the kid that will attend Tennessee this fall.
I think they had more than one, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That's the only note on him, though.
Well, give us some more, Ordonez.
Next year.
Looking forward to it. That's his homework assignment.
At Tennessee, yeah.
Our pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood & Small Insurance in Martinsburg. Your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. If Trip gave us fun facts about the Hornets players, we could have fun facts are brought to you by.
We could.
Trip's Flooring. Well, Jet Gross will lead us off here as he's back hitting for Owen Rupenthal, who's now out of the game as Edwards took over at first. Gross on the day has singled as he fouls off this one. And I believe it was Rupenthal who flew out in the fourth. So Gross had an RBI single and is only at bat. And he's battling here against Saunders on the mound. In this 4-3 Vienna leading game, and this one hits off the plate for a ball. So it's the 9-1-2 due up for Berkeley Post 14. Gross, Canby, Moore. I'm sorry, it should be Cole Lewis. But it could also be Cam Moore if they re-entered him.
It's true. We'll have to wait and see.
And the next pitch here is high for a ball. So Gross working the count, trying to find a way on for Berkeley Post 14, get that speed on the base pass, because that lead base runner on the base paths as well. I believe we're sitting here on a 2-1 count.
3-1.
3-1, as that one misses inside for ball 4.
So lead off walk, and manager Trip Tobin will now say a few words to Canby. Looks like we'll have a
Landon Sifford
courtesy runner yep.
for the pitcher. So, well, last time he said something to a batter, it led to a hit in Braden Edwards. Mm-hmm. So if Jordan Canby gets a hit, we know it's all because of Trip Tobin.
Sure.
Canby's going to lay down a bunt in the stolen base attempt. Luckily, the throw was wild, and they're going to take 2 on it. Does Landon Sifford, because I think he would have been thrown out in terms of the jump he got initially. But the throw was a little bit offline from, I believe, the second baseman who was covering the bag.
Yeah, that throw was more towards the inside part of the bag, which actually forced Sifford to slide short of the bag. But he was able to jump up once the throw got past him into center field, to where he quickly stepped on second and took third.
So that's beautiful for Post 14 trying to tie this game here in the bottom of the 6th. As Gross got on with the walk, Canby hits with a runner on third. Not very often do you give up a walk and it turns into a runner on third, as Canby will take this one outside for a ball.
Yeah, now the tying run 90 feet away with nobody out, so Post 14 has a big opportunity here to at least tie the game. Hopefully.
Pitch to Canby. Taking for a strike. Looked like it was going to be another ball, but ruled a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Jordan Canby. And the 2-2 misses outside for ball 3.
Yeah, Ordonez, excuse me, tried to put that one in the same spot that he got the strike called, but tailed farther outside.
And here's the 3-2, fouled away by Canby.
That hit the light pole, I think I heard.
May have been, yeah.
Everybody looking up at it.
Hopefully we don't have to turn the lights on for this one.
Hopefully not.
That'd be a long game.
Yes.
Pitch here to Canby. Ripped hard, but right to the third baseman for the out. That's Hall now playing third.
Yes, that is Hall now playing third. The infield in on the grass, so that was lined right to him. If they were in normal depth, probably would have been a tougher play to make, either below the knees or on the hop. But with the runner on third, everybody in trying to keep him there, even the outfield in a little bit.
So I bring Lewis to the plate. He lays down the perfect bunt down the third base line, but it's going to go foul. Good read from Hall.
Yeah, that was his only option because, as you said, it looked perfectly placed down the line. The run was easily in Sifford going to score if it stayed fair. So the only chance he had was either to allow the single or hope for the foul ball, and he got what he needed.
So now what will Lewis do? As that brings the third baseman Hall up a little bit more. Both corners are up.
Put it the other way.
This one high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, Lewis probably one of the better bunters on the team based on what we've seen throughout the season. And the next pitch to Lewis is low for another ball. But again, has that ability to put the ball in play pretty consistently. So you like having a Cole Lewis in this spot. And the next pitch to Cole is high for a ball.
Yeah, Ordonez is making sure that there's not really any opportunity to square up the bunt again. He's pitching around Lewis now.
And the pitch, swing and a miss. Second strike.
Yeah. Ordonez blew the fastball right by him there, so now count runs full.
3-2 with 1 out. Low for ball 4. So Lewis walks, and that'll bring Carson Buber to the plate. Buber has had 2 hits, a sacrifice RBI as well.
That was very close to strike 3. And now we'll have the middle infield and Grimsley and Navario. A quick word with one another about who's supposed to cover the bag and who isn't, I guess, in this case.
I wonder if
Lewis
they
goes.
do send him, yeah. I mean, with only 1 out here in the inning, you might as well, I feel like, try to, at the very least, get a rundown and tie the game. But they tried that earlier, and that did not work out, so.
You want to take away the double play, but at the same time, you got the West Virginia State Player of the Year in high school baseball up to bat in Carson Buber, so you just trust that he's able to make good contact.
As you called strike 1. I think you also hope that maybe they do throw down. It's a poor throw, and you can get that runner in to score easily from third. But again, that may be difficult. As the next pitch to Buber is outside for a ball. Throw over. Very close there at first, but sliding back in safely is Lewis.
Yeah, that one it looked like was a perfect pickoff attempt. But Lewis close enough to the bag, just barely able to get there. Ordonez out on the mound has a nice pickoff move.
This one's fouled away by Buber. Another throw over again. Lewis just sliding back in safely. So runners on the corners. 1 out. Buber at the plate. 4-3 lead for post 180 over Berkeley post 14. And the next pitch to Buber is popped up, but out of play.
That headed just past the bleachers, so Buber able to get pieces of these, but has not been able to put it into play. And he already got the 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th in this 1-run ball game. Runners on the corners. Want to get that runner at third home.
That one misses for a ball. So Buber in a very competitive at-bat here between Carson Buber and the pitcher Saunders on the mound.
Ordonez.
I'm sorry, yes, Ordonez. This one's popped up towards center field. Will it be deep enough to score that runner? And Sifford, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Sifford will score easily from third, and we are tied back up at 4. Over the head of The man going back there, and I believe Grimsley.
Yeah, that's Grimsley, the shortstop, who was running back trying to make the play, and I don't know if he called off Bradshaw, the center fielder, or if just Bradshaw never had a chance, but falls in between them. So, now.
Depending on where Bradshaw was in the field, I feel like that was one that he probably had a better chance of getting to.
Yeah, that should be his ball all the way.
This one's
whether to get or not, because even if it drops in front of him, he's the only one that has a shot at throwing home, the way your body's carrying you.
That's very true.
Not sure why Grimsley was the one trying to get that, not Bradshaw.
Alter fouls it away here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alter flew out to right field and is only at bat so far. It was a well-hit ball, but just right to the right fielder, Tuft. And the next pitch here to Christian Alter is lined that way into right field again. That time it gets down for a base hit, and it's going to roll all the way to the bullpen. 1 run is in, and the Hornets now gain the lead at 5-4. Buber moves up to third. It's an RBI double for Christian Alter, and Berkeley Post 14's in the lead.
Great job by Alter there to put it just down that first baseline fair. Had that almost happen earlier for Post 14, but it was just foul this time. It's inside the line, and Berkeley Post 14 has the lead at 5-4 once again.
And that will bring J.J. Pavanelli to the plate, who, as we mentioned multiple times, 3 hits in this in Game 1. As the bunt attempt is a strike called on the attempt. Trying to pull it back. In Game 1, Pavanelli had 3 hits, 3 RBIs. He's flown out an error and a single so far in Game 2. And a big RBI opportunity, and there is just 1 out. This one misses low for a ball.
All right, that's what you got to remember. There's only 1 out, which is why he went down to try to bunt at an insurance run, as you got Buber at third, Alter at second as your base runners.
1 ball, 1 strike on Pavanelli in the next pitch outside for ball 2. So it's a 2-1 count on JJ. Oviedo's on deck, and Berkeley Post 14's looking to rally and extend its lead here in the bottom of the 6th and set up themselves for victory in the top of the 7th, as there's a strike call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So if you're Pavanelli, a strikeout here is what you're trying to avoid. You want to at least put the ball in play and give your team a good chance to score, as this one misses outside for ball 3. As the way this game's gone, Colin, while you obviously have confidence in Berkeley Post 14, a 1-run lead does not feel safe in this one. As the next pitch to Pavanelli hits off the mound and heads into center field, it will now be at least a 2-run lead. Christian Alter stays put at third base, and Pavanelli advances to second on the throw. It's an RBI single and a 6-4 lead for the Hornets.
Yeah, that one just skipped right off the pitcher's mound and used it as a ramp into center. Trip Tobin actually wanted to send Christian Alter, but Alter just didn't have that good of a turn around the third base bag, and that mixed with, I think, the ball in center maybe not going as deep as he thought, and a good throw by Bradshaw. He was able to quickly stop Alter from trying to go home and potentially have an easy out number 2. So instead, you're back, 1 out, runners at second and third.
Yeah, perfect situation for Braden Oviedo as well, who has a single. He's also reached on air, but big swing there from Ovi.
Yeah, now you have a 2-run lead, and with Oviedo up the bat, the opportunity to add on more, and was wondering maybe if it was a run, stayed at a 1-run lead, that maybe would see Oviedo on the mound in the 7th.
Could still see it, as this one misses outside for a ball.
Still a save opportunity.
He's been in that situation a lot. You could keep Jed Gross in. You have a lot of options if you're Berkeley Post 14. course, they want to probably save some arms for their area game against Post 60. This one's high for a ball. And then the weekend coming up, but they have a few days anyway. So,
yeah, and now you got 3-1 count to Oviedo. Edwards on deck, so feeling good right now if you're Post 14.
2 on in scoring position. The pitch to Oviedo, high for ball 4. It did get away from the catcher, but nobody came home for Berkeley Post 14.
Alter stayed put.
As Oviedo draws the walk. And again, probably more so just about not trying to get that second out at home, as they're going to come get that bat. And Braden Edwards will come to the plate. Edwards has singled and walked and struck out so far. He could really break this game open. 6-4 Berkeley Post 14 here in the 6th, and that one misses outside for a ball.
But if I'm Edwards, I'm not swinging until I see a strike. Ordonez now at 37 pitches.
Yeah, he's definitely been a little bit wild as this one runs in. It hits Edwards. That will add on to the lead at 7-4 on the hit by pitch. You wonder, where does Vienna turn? Because it doesn't look like they have anybody warming. Don't exactly know their schedule, but I'm sure it's somewhat busy this week as well. They probably don't want to use too many arms.
And I don't know how many arms they have. I mean, this is, I believe, the 5th pitcher we've seen today for them. So, I don't know. But it looks like we're going to have a mound visit to see what happens.
Originally, it looked like it was almost just a player's mound visit, but now their manager's going to come out as well. After the hit by pitch, Poltar is due up. He's tripled. He got the scoring started. And that
looks
is
like
it.
They're going to pull him.
So Ordonez's day is done.
They're going to go to Bradshaw, who I believe we only saw for a limited amount of time in that first game, so he's still underneath the pitch count. He did pitch well.
We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll continue. A big inning for Berkeley Post 14. They're up 7-4. This is American Legion Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Brought to you by Smallwood & Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. We're going to see Bradshaw go from center field to the mound as the Hornets have taken the lead back at 7-4 now. Here in the bottom of the 6th, and a big 6th inning for Berkeley Post 14, who trailed heading into the inning 4-3, but have rallied for 4 runs. And Berkeley Post 14 now is in the driver's seat here in the bottom of the 6th, as we know. They have a chance to close it out in the 7th, but they're looking to add more to it. The bases are loaded for Berkeley Post 14 with Pavanelli on third, Oviedo on second, and Braden Edwards on first. And we're going to see Bradshaw take over on the mound against Michael Poltar. Poltar has an RBI triple and a ground out so far. The inning started with a walk to Jet Gross, as this one misses low for ball 1. Walk to Gross, then Camby was out, but a walk to Cole Lewis, a single, an RBI from Alter, which is the big one, to take the lead, as this one is popped up into foul territory. They're going to tag and send the runner home. The throw to the plate, not in time. Pavanelli slides underneath the tag, and that makes it 8-4. So Poltar has the sacrifice RBI, and the Hornets have hit around There's now 2 down in the inning, and the dirt flies up. And that kind of made it, for my view, I had no clue whether or not Pavanelli was safe or not, but I do think he did slide under, as Jet Gross will now come to the plate and hit for the second time this inning. Colin, this is a good rally here for the Hornets, obviously. They're now up 8-4. There are 2 outs, so no more opportunities to sacrifice. You end up pushing across another insurance run, and you have batted around this inning.
Yeah, 5-run inning.
And Gross shows bunt, pulls it back, and it runs inside on him for ball 1.
So, still have an opportunity with 2 outs and runners on the corners to add to this current 8-4 lead. But good turnaround here for post 14 this inning.
Gross will show bunt again. He pops it up, foul territory, and just falls for a strike. Yeah, it's been a great inning, like I was saying. The walk from Gross to lead things off, a walk from Lewis with 1 out, a single from Buber, a double from Alter to score 2. Pavanelli drives in a run, a walk from Oviedo, a hit by pitch from Edwards, and then that sacrifice from Poltar. As this one misses low and inside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Here on Jet Gross. Runners on the corners for the Hornets, and 2 gone, and Gross tries to send it the opposite way but fouls it off. Hasn't been a huge offensive game overall for Berkeley post 14 up until this point. They entered the inning with just 7 hits, but they've been able to rally for
14
3 hits
now, according to Game Changer.
Yeah, but they've been not counting any errors.
It's true.
So I believe accurately, I think they're at 10-ish, maybe 11 if you want to give a few here and there.
Okay.
Maybe 9. As this one misses outside for ball 4, so Gross is walking for the second time in the same inning. That will most likely bring a courtesy runner on, which means
looks like
Sifford's going to run again, and I guess that also implies that Jet Gross is going to get a chance to finish this game.
No,
well,
he's staying.
He's going to stay on for now.
He's asking to stay on, so I don't know. Nope. Well, now he's switching.
Maybe they had to wait till they officially let him.
Yeah. He was raising his hands to call time, not to say, let me stay. And
that'd be quite the
we're
argument.
Not recognizing time at first.
He was like, hey, I need to run in this situation, coach.
You want to practice everything, right?
No,
Base
for
running
sure.
Counts.
But
it's an important tool to have.
When you're pitching, you don't want to risk any extra chance of an injury or something like that. So anyway, Camby at the plate. I thought that hit him, but no, it hit the bat.
It hit the knob of the bat, and you could hear it just tap it below his hands.
And, I mean, that's just unlike Jordan Camby. He's the hit-by-pitch master.
That's true. He's got that bullseye tattooed on his forearm, I think.
But instead, it's a strike. Next pitch to Camby, fouled away. It's already been a huge inning for Berkeley post 14 as they take an 8-4 lead after trailing 4-3. 5-run inning so far, and the Hornets looking to add some more with Camby at the plate and the bases juiced. The next pitch from Bradshaw is high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, we'll see if Camby's able to add a few more insurance runs or not.
Next one, well outside for another ball to Camby.
Got a good eye here. Count now even. That one wasn't even close.
Yeah, 2-2 count here on Jordan Camby. And the next pitch from Bradshaw runs inside and misses for ball 3.
I thought that one was going to hit him.
I did too.
Broke just past him.
But it did not.
So runners will be moving here. 3-2. 2 out.
The 3-2 to Canby popped up, but foul. Great at-bat from Jordan Canby, as we've seen a lot of good at-bats this inning from Berkeley Post 14. Umpire gets a new baseball, drops it, and now puts it in the bag. And the 3-2 to Canby, fouled away again.
Yeah, he's getting contact at anything close. Wanted to make sure he does not strike out looking, so. Good battle here for Canby.
3-2 count. The next pitch to Canby. Well elevated, but not very far out toward left field. Could be trouble, and it is. Misread by the left fielder. All 3 runners are going to come across to score on the error, and Jordan Canby standing on second base.
Yeah, Dingle just couldn't find where it was landing, tried to get underneath of it, and you could tell the entire time he was not comfortable with that out in left field. Obviously, not sure how much he actually plays left field, but just unfortunate for him, and clears the bases for Canby, so now the lead is a 7-run lead.
Yeah, 11-4. And Cole Lewis is going to give this a ride to center field. And center fielder reaches up and makes the play for the final out, but the Hornets now hold an 11-4 lead over Post 180. We'll head to the 7th, just 3 outs away from a Berkeley Post 14 win and their second win of the day over Vienna Post 180. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here to the top half of the 7th inning between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. Hornets now up 11-4 in this one after a huge bottom of the 6th inning. Our top of the 7th is brought to you by Mother Sucker's Crab Shack, located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Colin?
I like it.
Do you like it?
11-4.
Yeah, great rally from the Hornets. A 8-run inning, trailed 4-3 heading into it. Overall, you're going to look back on this 2-game series, and the final score of this one won't really tell the full story of the day. I mean, this has been a very back-and-forth game, and no lead has really been safe either. I mean, you had a 2-run lead. That was kind of the max we've seen. But anytime a team has grabbed the lead here in the second game, the other team's rallied back, so you don't want to count Vienna out yet, but obviously a 7-run.
Yeah, 7-run lead.
Pretty
just looking at that bottom of the 6th, it kind of just, to me, my opinion solely in this is that it just seems like the wheels fell off for Vienna Post 180. Pitching kind of struggled at last inning, and the defense didn't really help out in instances as well, and Post 14 was able to apply the pressure and tack on, as you said, 8 runs. Now they're up 11-4.
First pitch was fouled away, so strike one here. As Gross's next pitch misses low for ball one.
If you're Gross, you just got to pitch to contact. Trust your defense here to get the job done so we can all go home.
Next pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It should be good 2 wins to be happy about, and then get some time to focus for your next area match.
Tuft lifts this one up into second base for Carson Buber, who makes the play. 1 away.
Yep, a routine pop-up there for Buber to get. Didn't have to move much.
After some tough losses last time they were in action, they've been off obviously for a while now, but Hornets had a tough weekend last weekend where they had some 1-run losses, so to bounce back today with a 1-run win and now a pretty dominating win in the final score category, but overall a pretty good game back and forth. Presuming they're able to close it out, you got to feel good about things heading into, like you said, a big matchup on Wednesday where you want to set the tone for the area tournament.
You got to remember, you got to immediately bring your A game because, as we said earlier, you're resuming action of that last post-60 game that got halted in the bottom of the 9th inning because of the storm.
This one misses inside for a ball.
So if you don't bring your A game, you lose in what could be only a few pitches with 1 out and a runner on first and a tie ball game in the bottom of the 9th for post 60.
It's true.
So,
but also, I mean, it still matters, but it doesn't mean too much in terms of the Hornets have already qualified for the state tournament since they're the host team. So
it matters because post 60 hasn't beat post 14, Nick.
It does matter in that sense. And of course these kids want to win, and everybody wants to win, but I'm just saying.
And they were down 6-0, were able to come back, make it 6-6.
Yeah.
So
all of that is true.
Mm-hmm. These are things that you told me during that game, so just feeding you your own advice again.
I'm glad that you remember what I say. But anyway, back to this one, since it is not over yet, is the pitch from Gross. It's low for a ball. Next one from Jet Gross, called strike 2.
Yep, just got the front knee. Broke back there at the end.
3-2 count. Gross, the left-hander, looks into his catcher, Poltar, kicks, deals, and delivers, and that one fouled down the third base line. So 1 away here in the 7th. Big 11-4 lead for Berkeley post 14 over Vienna post 180. Eli Navarro at the plate. He has walked, hit by a pitch, and a fly out so far. And the next one from the lefty, Gross. Fouled away again. Good at bat here, Colin. And again, this is what you like to see, that guys consistently stay locked in no matter what the score is, continue to battle, and do what they can to keep their team in the game.
Yeah, they're not going to lay down and die even though it's an 11-4 ball game. They want to still prove that they have some left in the tank and put pressure on Jet Gross.
Gross's next pitch on 3-2 again. Must have been only 2 balls.
Yes, only 2-2. Now 3-2.
3-2. Slash the other way into left field for a base hit. So Eli Navarro takes a big turn and has a 1-out single.
Yeah, the 3-2, Jet Gross just hung up there for Navarro to tee off on, so that's exactly what he did. 1 out, runner on first now. But still, if you're Jet Gross, got to continue to pitch to contact, trust your defense to get you out of this one.
So this is Will Thompson hitting here for Downs. First pitch to Thompson is high for a ball. Next one, fouled straight back. So 1 ball, 1 strike here on Thompson.
Thompson was trying to send that one for a ride, just too big of a swing. So now behind in the count. See a more controlled swing here, but still a good cut.
Runner on first. And the next pitch from Gross. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first base, 1 out here in the 7th. Between Berkeley post 14 and Vienna post 180. And the pitch. Low for a ball and gets away from the catcher Poltar and rolls the backstop. Allows the runner Navarro to advance to second.
Yeah, Poltar thought that one was going to skip up on him, and it stayed low, went right in between his legs. Straight to the backstop.
So count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second base for Vienna. And that one hit hard up the middle. Gross looks the runner, trying to get that lead runner as he chases him down. And the throw not in time.
Yeah, Gross thought he could fool the base runner Eli Navarro, and Navarro fooled him. He was never faced, no matter how many pump fakes Jet Gross did to make it look like he was going to throw to somebody else in the rundown. That was all for nothing.
Yeah, that run doesn't really mean that much. I mean, you might as well just get the out and go 2 outs here. But
you're absolutely right.
So there's... What do you even rule that? Error? Fielder's choice?
Single/fielder's choice, yeah.
But it wasn't an out, so I don't
guess it's an error because never got the out.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
Probably hit on Game Changer.
Yeah.
Because nothing's been an error today for some reason.
Talk to whoever does it.
I will. I'll have a heated discussion.
Okay.
Not actually.
I know.
Well, just in case they're listening and they're getting ready to fight me or something.
Sounds like you should be ready. You want all the smoke, Nick. That one was smoked by
Jacob Bradshaw for the strike. Bradshaw took over on the mound. Moved from center field, and he swings and misses for strike 3.
But again, with baseball, everything's subjective, not really objective. So there's probably a way where you can say, yeah, that's a base hit single, not a error, because in what way, I guess, is it an error other than you have fielded a routine ball that you just didn't get it out on because you never threw? What's deemed the error? feel like it's just a fielder's choice somehow. That still shouldn't be a single. I don't know.
I don't know. Baseball's weird. But here's a fly ball to right field. And Cole Lewis will make the catch. And that's your ball game. The Hornets get the win. They sweep Vienna post 180 here today with 2 wins. First game was a closer final score, but both games were pretty close until this last inning between the two teams. As the Hornets get the win, 11-4. And Colin, I think your biggest takeaway is Berkeley Post 14 back in the win column now in 2 straight games after 3 losses over their last weekend. And this is the team that we're used to seeing. I mean, overall, finds a way to break through, finds a way to win, finds a way to do some good things throughout the game. And overall, it was a very competitive 2 games, and that should get you ready for Wednesday, which will be a challenge against Post 60.
Yeah, your offense was able to apply some pressure on Vienna and get a 5-4 win in Game 1, hang on after a 5-0 lead that Vienna Post 180 tried to claw back against. And then you had to claw back yourself, and you were able to do so in a big way in the bottom half of the 6th, scoring 8 runs and getting a 11-4 win in Game 2. So Post 14, as you said, back in the win column. Got to be happy with that and happy moving forward.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu of daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Start with the final stats here for Vienna, as they do add a hit to their totals there in that final inning, but in total you had 5 hits, 4 runs scored for Vienna, and
a lot of errors.
Yeah, a lot of errors, it felt like, on both sides. For Berkeley Post 14, it is 11 runs on what I had 10 hits for them. And Berkeley Post 14 gets the win, 11-4. Some of your standouts in terms of performances. Poltar with that triple. He had 2 RBIs. Christian Alter had the go-ahead hit. J.J. Pavanelli had an RBI as well in a 2-hit day. Carson Buber had a 3-hit day and an RBI as well. So the Hornets had some very good offensive performances. On the mound, of course, we saw good things in the start from from Blosser, and then Myers in relief, and Jake Gross as well, all giving some good innings out there on the mound. So your game stats were brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at FordofHagerstown.com. Your game summary is brought to you by the Manchester Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. Essentially, Colin, it was a back-and-forth game. Early, it was a 2-0 lead for Vienna Post 180. The Hornets would come back to tie it. Then Berkeley Post 14 would take a 3-2 lead. Vienna comes back, ties it, and then takes the lead at 4-3. And then the Hornets had that big bottom of the 6th inning. And then finally, your player of the game brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. Colin, you got a player of the game for us. A lot of team effort, I would say, overall. But
yeah, this is an all-around performance. Probably going to go with Carson Buber, though, offensively. A 3-for-3 game in Game 2 for him. As you said, 2 RBIs and a run himself as well when he got on base, scored once. So I'll have him be player of the game for Game 2.
I think that's fair. I was leaning toward either him or Christian Alter, who had the go-ahead hit.
Right.
But both are good choices. So for Dylan Bishop back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from Musselman High School. Once again, your final score here in Game 2. Hornets get the win, 11-4 5-4 over Vienna Post 180 and get a 5-4 win in Game 1. We're back on Wednesday with Berkeley Post 14 and Post 60. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Have a good rest of your Sunday, everyone.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and on